What's up, everybody? Joey Andron with Simply Vegas and the Chakits group. Today I'm here in Cadence, which is a master plan community on the east side of the Las Vegas Valley in the city of Henderson. And what I really like about this master plan is that it has 50 acres of parks, has walking trails, pool, splash pad, this fantastic pond, very accessible, easy to get in and out of. You're about 20 minutes away from the airport and about 25 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip. If you like water sports, you're only 10 minutes away from Lake Las Vegas and Lake Mead. So it's a great option if you haven't explored it already. Price points here are gonna range anywhere between $380,000 to around $600,000 on average. Now, prices can go up from there, but if you stick with me all the way to the end, I'm gonna show you exactly what your money can buy you right here in Cadence. So before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do and hit that like button. I truly appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's get to it. This is Serenity Place by Harmony Homes. These are townhomes. But I'm gonna take you on a tour of this one right here. This is an end cap. It's 1,505 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. Price point is at $372,990. It also comes with a 2-car garage. So here, just across the street, this is a very big park. It has a little seating area there. I think they do some sort of live music or performances. But as you can see here, it's really nice. You get the mountain view. That's actually Black Mountain there. Walking trails here. So everything's really accessible. This is going to be one of your more affordable properties here in Cadence. That's why I wanted to show you this one first. You see it has a little gate that comes included. You have a porch or a seating area. Here we have a standard quick set. So this is going to be included with every home. Now as we enter in, we have 8-foot ceilings. So we come right into the great room here. You have 12 by 24 tiles on the floor. Now you could select your own tile, or if you want a carpet, whatever you want, you can select those options at the design center. Here's a nice open kitchen island with the granite countertops. Now the granite countertops are going to come standard. They do have different levels of granite that you can choose from. Those selections will be made at the design center. You have a nice window there. Now this is a great touch. I love this window here. You don't see a lot of home builders putting windows above the sink anymore. I think this is great as you're preparing or you're cleaning here. You can always look out and take in the view. This is a pantry here. Now, depending on where you're located, particular home builder, the lot premiums are going to range anywhere between $1,000 and $4,000. So if you're on an end cap like this, chances are you're going to be paying a higher premium compared to an interior unit. Here they're displaying Samsung appliances. You have a 5-burner cooktop, oven, and microwave. Now this microwave does not vent out. So it's just gonna be a standard microwave, the vent's right there. And then we have a 26-inch refrigerator. Now just around this wall here is the entrance to the 2-car garage, storage closet, which I'm not gonna open because the sales agents have a ton of things in there right now. And then we have a powder bath. And this is gonna be your standard powder bath. It comes with a pedestal sink and an oval mirror. We have 2 more windows here. These pendant lights, they're most likely going to be an upgrade with the low voltage. Now again, at the design center, you're going to be able to select if you want more recessed lights, but all of the recessed lights that you see here are standard. And then they give you a pre-wire for the ceiling fan. Let's make our way upstairs. What I like about this is that they're not straight up. You do have a landing here, and you're going to turn to the left and come right up into the loft. This is a very nice space. As you can see, they're using it as like a workspace or TV room. Again, a lot more lighting here. And just off to my right is gonna be a full bath, shower tub combination of your vanity. Now this right here, this is a cultured marble. This is, it's not a quartz, it's not a granite, it's a cultured marble, it's man-made. You might be able to upgrade that at the design center. Sometimes they don't let you. We'll definitely have to double check on that. Here, upper cabinets are optional, as well as the appliances. All right, coming to this room, this is a 10 by 12. That's a nice size room. And what's really neat is it has this little Juliet balcony. So it's a double door that opens up, taking some fresh air. It's definitely a nice feature. So what's nice about Cadence is that the elevation sits up a little higher than the center of the valley. So depending on where you're at, you can actually get really nice strip views. So for example, if we come over here, now it is a little hazy out there today, but let's zoom in. and you can see right there, that's the Strip. That's the Las Vegas Strip. Depending on where you're at, you can definitely get Strip views. If you go to any one of the parks over here, that's your view. It's really nice, wide and open. All right, making our way over to the primary bedroom. King size bed, 2 end tables, 3 windows, a lot of natural light. And we have a walk-in closet here. Bathroom. Now, no door here, no option to put a door. I would probably do a barn door, because if you are the one sleeping on the bed and you're facing into the bathroom, and if your spouse or somebody gets up before you, you're gonna be blinded by the light. So do a barn door here or something to give you a little bit more privacy and to shield you from that light. Not sure why all home builders are just going to that open bathroom concept. But here we get that adult height vanity, again, Petrofina, the cultured marble on the top, 2 sinks, and shower. So you're gonna have a shower with a fiberglass surround, glass enclosure. If you like a tub, unfortunately, you can't get it in these floor plans just because the space isn't there. All right, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of this townhome. I would love to hear your feedback. And if you have any questions, leave them below or feel free to reach out to me directly. All right, guys, let's get to the next property. All right, guys, so now we are at Lmore by Century Communities, and I can tell you there's a lot going on over here. We got a lot of dirt moving here. They're putting in the undergrounds. This is all of their community. So they're prepping all of these lots, but all of these back here are already built. Century is doing a lot of spec homes. So they're just building. They're not waiting too long for a buyer to come along and select their options. They just want to get them built and get them sold. This is the 2301. So this is 2,301 square feet, 3 bedroom plus den, 2.5 bath. The elevation here is a Craftsman, and this is their most expensive elevation. It's an additional $13,000 on top of the original base price. You have the stack stone here. You know, a lot of people like it. A lot of people like this design. Here we have brick pavers, 2-car garage. And this is a really nice entry. You have an 8-foot door. This is 36 inches wide, so this makes it really convenient when you're moving furniture. Standard Schlage touch keypad to open the door. Walking in, you have 10-foot ceilings and just a really nice wide open hallway here. Up on the front, we have 2 bedrooms. We have the 2 windows here, ceiling fan pre-wire, and then these hi-hats. Anytime that you see hi-hats like this with the black, those are going to be optional. So a lot of home builders will identify those as optional. If they're white, that means that they're standard. So closet here on this side, and we're going to be split by a full bathroom. It's a really nice countertop here. You got 2¼ inch on the face, undermount sink. You have the shower enclosure. So here, they're not going to give you the fiberglass. You're actually going to be able to select your tile surrounds. So as we're walking through this model, they put about $150,000 of options and upgrades in their model. So with the spec homes that they're building, they're going to put about $75,000. You know, anytime you tour a model home, they're always going to show you the best that they offer, because you know they want you to select the best options that they have when you build your home. All right, let's make our way around here. So it looks like we have a powder bath, pedestal sink. Here on the floor, they chose to put down luxury vinyl plank. And this is the den. Look at this space. This is fantastic. I really like this space. You can have this as a formal dining area or office or just another seating area. I like how they put the bookshelves here. You have that window that slides open. That plays right off of the kitchen. So this is a standard size island. Again, you can choose to have the waterfall edge at the design center, but just really nice appliances. You have the 42-inch shaker cabinets, and then they did the uppers as well. So when you have 10-foot ceilings and you take it all the way to the top, the kitchen just looks a lot more complete. If you didn't have it all the way to the top, you'll have that big gap right there. So sometimes it doesn't look as nice. KitchenAid appliances. You have a 5-burner cooktop and oven, which is all built in. Modern style hood. And then over here, we have another oven and microwave. So around the corner, this is the laundry room and 2-car garage, which is open. All right, well, this is the storage, but at least you can see. Now they're gonna give you a garage that's gonna be completely finished like this. So they're gonna paint it. They're not just gonna leave it drywall. And you'll have a tankless water heater that comes included, and the garage door is insulated. So this is what your garage is gonna look like. Here they give you a chain drive. You might be able to upgrade this. Well, if it's a spec home, probably not, but it looks like they include the chain drive, not a belt drive, but a chain drive for their garages. Now, just off of the garage and the kitchen, we're gonna find our pantry. So opens, double doors. Get a nice storage space, a couple shelves. And I just love the way this looks. As you're walking into your house from your garage, wide open, looking at that oversized slider, you come right into the kitchen. But you have all of this counter space. Now, your counters that are included are going to end here. Anything beyond is going to be an upgrade. So they might not be adding this many cabinets to their spec homes, because remember, you only have $75,000 of options in the spec homes, which is still a lot of money, but they might be allocating that towards something else rather than the extended cabinets. Here we have a 6-top. This is a really nice space as well. I mean, it breaks up from the great room to the kitchen, and it doesn't really feel too crammed, but here we have 3 bar stools. You can definitely get more seating there. And I was told that they're putting the fireplace in most of their spec homes. Now, I don't know if they're doing the tile surrounds like this, but they are including a lot of the fireplaces. So if that's important to you, this might be a good opportunity for you. This is also an upgrade, this 3-plane stacking slider, which they're also including in the majority of their homes because that is one of the most requested items. And then here we have a lot of recessed lights. So we have, these are included along this wall, and then these are for the kitchen. And then here in the great room, we have 4 that would be optional. And then the pre-wire for the ceiling fan is included. All right, let's make our way over here. They added a drop zone right off of the primary bedroom. This is a really nice sized bedroom here. Nice and open. You can see they have the little seating, little ottoman or chase. What would you call this? Leave your comments below. I would love to know. I call it ottoman or a chase, but they have that at the end of the bed, and you still have enough space for your dresser and TV. And we have his and her vanity, which is a very nice touch. Again, they use the same granite as stone, which is really pretty. So here they framed out the mirror. This is definitely an upgrade. This is something that you could probably do after, or if at the design center, they might offer that as an option. Typically not, but you can see the possibilities of what you can do in this space. Here we have a frameless glass enclosure, 1 shower head and a bench, and the walk-in closet. Let's see, this goes all the way around. Oh, this is a nice space. I mean, you have 10-foot ceilings here, so if you need more storage, you can build this all the way up or all the way down and around. And here you'll have an access point. This is just to get to your HVAC. You're not going to use our attics here in Las Vegas for storage. There's too much insulation up there and the crawl spaces are pretty tight. But I like this. You have 2 windows that overlook the backyard. Both of those windows do slide open. This is a north exposure. So you get really nice mountain views. And just beyond that, way out there, there's some green. Believe it or not, that is what is called our wetlands. So all that water that we use here in Las Vegas is going to flow through the wetlands and right into Lake Las Vegas. Now let's see if we can get outside here. Oh yeah. This is why you get this large slider. So you can incorporate that indoor, outdoor living space. Look at that. And especially on a day like this where it's a little overcast and the temperature's around 55 degrees, man, this is perfect. So covered patio here, which is included. We'll have view fencing here. And this little grassy area. Turf is the way to go. This is what you want to do in Las Vegas. You don't put down real grass here. It's either desert landscape and turf, or you can put a pool. I've seen pools in spaces just about this big or even smaller, believe it or not. So we'll have a gate on one side to give you access. Now this wall will be built up to about 5.5 feet. This is just down here like this because it's the model home. But you can see nice pop outs here, a lot of texture on the exterior, nice stucco. You have a hose bib, and they might include a gas bib on some of their inventory homes because you have one on this side here. All right, guys, if you want more information about this home or the current availability, let me know. Like I mentioned, they have some inventory homes available. Right now, I believe there's 5, and they range anywhere between $533,000 to around $594,000. They have $75,000 or more in options, so the homes are gonna look fantastic. Reach out to me directly so I can give you all that updated information. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through these property tours. If you have any questions at all about the Las Vegas or Henderson Valley or the real estate market here in Las Vegas, make sure you reach out to me. All my contact information is below. Until next time, I'll see you on the next video.